Just curious, moving forward, as we think 6 months from now or a year from now, any predictions on where you see headless commerce going, specifically with BigCommerce?
Yeah, I think specifically in BigCommerce, headless is going to become a big deal. I think it's already showing that. And I think if you like look at e-commerce as a whole and like the traditional e-commerce platform as a service, and you were to put it on a bell curve, that sort of like monolithic architecture on a bell curve of like adoption versus will it fall off? I would say we're somewhere like right in the middle of that, like right at the kind of at the peak, maybe even a little bit before the peak, or a little bit after the peak. We're somewhere in there of like monolithic architecture is very is how e-commerce is currently. And I think with BigCommerce and headless, we're at the very front of that bell curve. So we've seen the adoption in the past couple of years. We've seen the adoption from the enterprise tiers. I think what BigCommerce is doing is they're providing a platform that's ready to go, ready to sell with headless e-commerce, which is just going to lower the cost of entry and is going to kind of propel us to um, kind of this greater adoption of headless e-commerce. And kind of the work that they're doing, specifically with their platform, I think is going to make it a lot easier for everyone to um, kind of get on that headless e-commerce wave.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Max. And one thing that we've stated a couple of times is that when you go with headless commerce, right, you're still keeping the back end of your BigCommerce account. Now, headless commerce, right, it's been around for years, but what BigCommerce is doing is it's giving you a really good experience within the back end, right? But now you can also they're lowering the barrier of entry when it comes to having that headless e-commerce storefront, which you said through Catalyst, through partnerships with Vercel, through making things like MakeSwift more prominent within their ecosystem, stuff like that. So they're really stacking the deck when it comes to headless commerce in a really good way, specifically for those mid-market merchants if they want to go that route.
Yeah, that's exactly it.